So I just left the place I was staying last night. I'm en route to a place called, and I apologize for the pronunciation here, Plitvice Lakes, which is sort of a lake district or a big lake that apparently is very, very pretty here in Croatia. So I'm driving about 90 kilometers, which is 55 miles to this place, and that's the place we're going to explore today. I was checking on Park Overnight, and apparently it's quite hard to park over there, as in to sleep. So let's go explore the place and then see what happens. Shall we? Let's go then. Driving to the national park now, where the lakes are. But the road is really, really narrow. I'm literally crawling, like very slow. Like 30 kilometers an hour max. Pretty though. But on one side is a sheer drop. And sometimes on both sides. Baby, that was stressful. Hello everyone. So today's adventure is a very, very, very nice one. So I wasn't aware of this place until, if you haven't heard of them, go on Instagram and check them out. Salt in your hair. They were here in Croatia about a week ago, and I followed them on Instagram, and I saw them on their stories about this place that they were the best ones that they visit while in Croatia. What was it? It's a national park, the oldest and biggest national park in Croatia. I'm gonna leave the name here because I will butcher the name, but I'm gonna say it's Plitvice Lakes, something like that. But the name is here. Let me tell you, if you're on a budget, this is not the place for you. Why? I didn't know that either because they didn't say it. But that little guy, can you see how much it cost me? 40 euros. But anyway, I'm here. Let's go and see the park. The hike I'm gonna do is hike number C, which is between 6 and 8 hours. Sorry, it's between 4 and 6 hours. And it's the complete one, the whole loop across the whole park. Let me show you a little bit of the photos or the maps, and then you see with me how beautiful this park is. Let's go. So these are the 4 hikes you can do over here. Hike number 1A, hike B, hike C, and hike K. The one I'm gonna do is hike C. As soon as you get into the park, you'll see why this place is so busy and so famous. Look at it. As soon as you get in. So this place is very pretty but very busy. It's a Thursday at, what time is it? Not even 2 o'clock, 10 to 2 in the afternoon. And look at this. It's a lot of people. So don't let Instagram fool you. It's pretty, it's very pretty, but it's also very busy. The waterfall behind me is called the Great Waterfall in Croatian, of course. And it's the highest waterfall in whole of Croatia. Look at that. From the top to the bottom is 87 meters. I know, In some places, that's nothing. But for me, I honestly don't think I've ever seen a higher waterfall in my life. Look at this. And obviously, it's the biggest tourist attraction. Look how many people taking photos. Look how pretty. Impressive. The place is so pretty. There's so many waterfalls that you literally lose count of which one is which, what you're saying. There's so many, one after the other. And then you keep climbing. The lakes are higher and higher, or lower and lower, depending where you start. It's very pretty in here, very pretty. I'm trying to sort of get a sense of which lake I'm seeing, which route I'm taking, because I'm supposed to take a boat and then hike more and then get a shuttle back, but I haven't seen any boat or shuttle. So I guess I'll just keep hiking and see what happens. But I hope you guys are enjoying, because I'm enjoying very, very much. The place is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So I've done the first part of the hike, which is the boat. Now I'm gonna catch a boat and go into the big lake, to the next part of the hike, where I just walk again and then get the shuttle all the way down. My assessment so far so good. It's doable. Even in this heat wave, it's still doable. The first bit is pretty flat, pretty easy. Whenever it's not flat, there's stairs that you can go up or down. The only shame is that you can't swim. The water is so inviting, it's probably very cold. But you're not allowed to swim, so that's a shame. Right, so just got off the boat. Now we continue to, I think it's the biggest actual hike on this, the total amount of 8K. The other one, the one you see the big waterfall, was a little hike. Now I think it's where things get interesting. But the view already, beautiful. The way it works is there are 3 types of transportation. First, leg. Second, the boat. And the third, apparently, is either a bus or a train, a panoramic bus or a panoramic train, one of them. So I guess we'll find out. And while we're using the legs, you get to see this. And the nice thing is that the walk or the hike is all through the woodway, let's call it. So it makes it easier for you to know where you're going. And there's a lot of people, it sort of bounces a bit. In general, pretty safe. I'm doing hike C, which is about 8 kilometers. And you can see that the amount of people, as soon as you finish hike A, which then takes you here on the boat, and then you continue to either hike B or hike C, you can see that the amount of people decreases drastically, because not a lot of people are willing to walk 8 kilometers. So that's a tip. If you're coming over here, go for hike C, because after the busy, buzzy time of hike A, you almost get, I mean, okay, it is 4:15, but still, there's barely anyone on this trail. I get the lake. Look, I get the lake. Look, all to myself. Aha, almost to myself. So that's a tip. Do hike C. While I was taking a photo, a guard from the national park just passed, and I asked him a few questions. So he said that this park is visited for almost 1 million people a year. 1 million people come here a year, and that this is the oldest and the biggest national park in all of Croatia. And then the reason why people can't swim, and he's right, is imagine if we let everybody swim, it wouldn't look like this, would it? The waterfalls wouldn't look like that, would they? They'll be destroyed. Because people, unfortunately, don't respect nature. Ever so often you walk around and you see like a bottle in a lake or like a nappy. Come on, man. Come on, people, be better. Nature deserves that we are better people, leaving nothing but footprints. I know it's cliche, but it's true. Come on. Oh wow, look at this. I mean, it's basically a waterfall fest here. It's mind-blowing. Look at this. Oh, by the way, I also asked, and if I decided to ignore and just jump in, it's very hot, man, I need to cool down. And he said, it's all right, it's a €100 fine, and you are banned from the national park. Will ever come back? I was like, oh, okay. I mean, to be fair, €100 doesn't seem a lot when you paid 40 to come in the park, but still, I'd rather go and pay for a campsite, which is gonna cost me 40 quid. And I mean, I can swim in the beach, on the swimming pool. It's all right. I told him I didn't bring anything to swim anyway. Cheers, mate. Like I said, the more you hike, the less people you see. So my tip again, hike number C. At some point, you're gonna have the place all to yourself. Whew, it's tiring though, but it's beautiful. Really, like proper pretty though. Look at this, I'm on top of the lake now. The lake is all the way down there. Look, I can hear the waterfall. It's just really pretty, really pretty. I'm glad I came here, even though it was €40 to come in. But I'm glad I did. I would have regretted otherwise. Alright, let's keep walking. You know what I think sometimes? I have some weird thoughts during hikes and stuff like this. Can you imagine the first people to discover this? Like hundreds and hundreds of years ago. You are like braving the forest and you come across this entire complex of waterfalls and lakes, like fresh drinking water with fish for you to eat, and shade and cold cooling water. Can you imagine? Like they definitely thought this was paradise, because it looks these days. Can you imagine back then, like a virgin set of lakes and waterfalls? I know I think some weird stuff, but it's interesting, I think. I can't stop. I have to eat and walk. I don't know how far the end of the hike is, and I've only got a few hours, so I decided not to stop. Just to see the beauty. Look. But I can eat and walk. Excuse me. So at the end of the hike, there's this massive restaurant, I don't know, cafe. You can buy anything like. I got a water because my one finished. And I'm just waiting for it's like a mini choo-choo train, like a panoramic bus. One came while I was buying the water, but the guy in front of me was too slow. I'm tired, man. I'm tired. I'm very proud of myself because that's not normally a distance that I would tackle, but tired nevertheless. So now I'm gonna finish my food, and when the choo-choo comes, I'm gonna hop on it. I'll show you what it is because I'm not sure what it is. I'm gonna hop on it and go back. But the park closes at 9. Well, actually, the park closes at 8. The car park closes at 9, and it's 5:35. So yeah, I had enough. Time to go back now. I'm gonna finish my food. See you later. Now that I'm almost at the end, finish my food. Just waiting for the choo-choo train now. Now, Plitvice Lakes National Park for lakes. They're worth it? Yes. 40 euros, which is, and I don't even know how much I'm gonna pay for the car park, but it's definitely worth it. The views are some of the best I've seen in my life, honestly. And you guys know I've been around 25 countries and counting. So yes, pay the 40 euros. And I'm not saying 14, I'm saying 40. Pay it and enjoy, because I'm sure you will. However, if you have any mobility issues, it might be a bit too hard for you. Sorry to say, but it's true. Now, let's catch the choo-choo train, or the choo-choo bus, whatever it is. I'm sure I still have to walk a bit. I'm sure the train doesn't drop me off at the entrance. I'm sure I still need to do a little bit of a walk. But anyway, let's catch it and go back to the van. Still need to figure out a place to stay tonight. Try to have a shower somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, let's go. Get off of the bus, you still have like 1.5 kilometers to walk on the trail to get to the parking lot number 1. You stopped on parking lot number 2, so if you want to save yourself a bit of a walk, park on the number 2. Guys, do you remember the place from earlier in the morning? Full of people. Look at now, absolutely nobody. So I can show you a little bit better than I did this morning. nearly there now. I'm gonna say goodbye to you over here because when I get there I still need to walk quite a lot to get to the van, and then I need to make my way to Zada, which is my next stop and my last stop in Croatia. So gotta go. I'm already feeling like I'm gonna miss this country. I haven't even left yet. Still have another 2 or 3 days in here, but I'm gonna miss it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Remember, subscribe, like, share, comment. Help this channel grow. The more it grows, the more I can share beautiful locations like this with you guys. You know this. And as always, I love you. Love yourself. See you on the next one. Bye.